Hey loves, it's Chanelle Novosey and welcome to another Get to Know Me. Yes, last time I had a lot of fun talking to you guys about some of the things that I was going through, also and giving some inspiration on being confident. If you haven't saw the video, please click on this playlist, Get to Know Me, and definitely watch it. Today, I will be talking about why am I single? You're like, really? She's single? Yes, I am single at the current moment. Yeah, it shocks me at times too, but I definitely am. And it's definitely by choice. Maybe it isn't. It's my choice, and I think it's God's choice as well, right here, right now in my life today. So I wanted to talk about why I'm single, yes, and some of the things that I've been through, and hopefully I can help you guys out as well. So, you know, I know there's a lot of books out right now. You know, you got like Think Like a Lady, Act Like a Man, or Act Like a Man, Think Like a Lady, however it goes. There's so many. God, Where's My Boaz, which I believe in all of these books, but there's so much knowledge, you know. Why I'm Not Married Yet. Great book, you know, but I mean, your girl is trying. You got Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I mean, I'm reading, I'm in these streets. The Art of Mingling, you know, I mean, I'm trying to perfect it, you know, working with my chakra. I'm out here, I'm trying, you know, creating commitment. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I mean, this is business stuff, but there's books and bugs and, you know, The Culture of Fear and all type of books. I got love letters and the Bible. Yes. Jesus, won't he do it? Yes. Food and wine. It's like, really? I just want to get married, have some children. Is that okay? I mean, I got to read all this stuff. There's just so much information. I just, really? All this knowledge, all these books. I just be myself. How about that? I've been through a lot in life, and I've been in just a handful of relationships. I've been about 3 relationships, serious relationships, 3 or 4. One really don't count. You know, he had that one you're like, that really don't count as a relationship. That was like a, oops, my bad. My bad. No? Y'all, no? Y'all had no oops, my bads? I'm just the only one over here having oops, my bads? Fine. No judgment zone. I've had about 3 or 4 serious relationships. You know, I ain't hot in these streets, but I'm just saying I've had experience in relationships, and I know how it is. I know how it is to love and be in love and want love. And so right now in my life, I just feel like God is setting me down, and I'm just dealing with some of the things and some of the issues that I go through on a personal level, so I can be the best Chanelle for my husband. You know, I'm not trying to rack up no numbers out of control up over here. I mean, who really asks that anyway anymore? I do. I ask. Oh yeah, y'all, about my hair. Oh my gosh. I have this little thing on, my little bunny ears. It's okay, it's cute, right? But I have my bunny ears on and my little scarf because, honey, I am natural now. Or at least my leave out is natural, and the struggle is real. My natural sisters will let you know the struggle is real with the natural leave out, and trying to get it to blend with this Brazilian, it just don't work sometimes. I mean, I'm just like, I just have to let it go. I mean, I just can't. Like, how am I going to blend this with that? It don't look like this anymore. It's not a relaxer. It's like curly and kinky, and I love it, but you know, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video, which will be coming soon. I am going to record some videos on my natural hair journey, so you want to stay tuned for that. But back to the subject at hand. Why am I single? Here's why I'm single. Because I choose to be celibate. And not a lot of men are on board with that. And I can't even say that. This is fresh to me. I was in a relationship. Yep, a few months ago. I would say about February. So I've been single, and I know y'all like, celibate, she just got a relationship. Listen, the struggle is real. I don't care if you're 10 years in or 3 months or whatever. So It's August, so it's been a little minute, but it's definitely hard. And I mean, just the willpower and not going back out into the world and doing what you're used to, that does take strength. And so I wanted to talk about that today, and I feel like a lot of women and men can definitely relate to this subject. First off, let me just say, my birthday is in November, and by worldly standards, I'm a Scorpio. And that don't make me a freak. And I'm not living by that anymore. I think that society has definitely made it to where your zodiac says who you are. And I think that we as people, we've cultivated ourselves to be what our zodiacs or our horoscopes are. No matter if you say you're into it or not, you definitely fall into that category at one place or time. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm a Scorpio, you're a Scorpio. Hey girl, hey, I know we a little crazy, we're a little ratchet, we're a little cuckoo, but you know, we got our minds together. We love with all of our hearts. We're passionate about whatever we're passionate about. You know, all those characteristic traits. But there's other traits that aren't so glamorous that come with those so-called stereotypes. Like, Scorpios are freaks. Why? Why I gotta be a freak? Huh? Why we gotta be freaks? Huh? I mean, really? Am I? Did you just say am I? I heard you. Yeah, I heard you. That's none of your business, okay? That's none of your business. However, I will say that trying to live up to that standard, or just letting that stereotype dictate who you are, I mean, really? Even if you are a Scorpio and you try not to associate with those zodiacs and horoscopes and things like that, somewhere along the line, you allowed yourself to be a freak or be more freakier. Not even just a Scorpio, but things that come with even being a Gemini. Oh, now I got 2 twins and I'm crazy. You know, we put out in Cancers, oh, we're sensitive, and you know, Sagittarius is, oh, they're players, they're about their money, you know, they're headstrong and they can work in upper management and all these other things, but they're cheaters and they like to have a good time, you know. All these stereotypes that we've put on people, this mess has got to stop. Like, honestly, I fell in victim to it. And I feel like in me being a so-called Scorpio, I've, you know, allowed society to almost make me that. And so growing up, it wasn't the easiest thing to do with this zodiac, you know, this characteristic I felt like I had to live up to, you know. Oh, I bet you a freak. No. But do I feel like I've done some things that I'm not proud of because of me being a Scorpio? Yeah. I can honestly say that. Does that make me a bad person? No. Don't you dare judge me. Don't you judge me. You got some bones in your closet too, or some skeletons in your closet too. We all do, you know, and we all have tried to live up to other people's expectations, you know. And so I've done that before. I've been in relationships where I have had sex before. I've never been married before, for the record. I believe in marriage. I want to get married. That's why I don't have any children right now. I do want to be married before I have children. I want my kids to be raised in a traditional home, but I want to be whole, healthy, and one with myself before I go and do any of that and involve anybody else in my extracurriculars, okay? You know, and so I really do believe that God has given me this ministry to talk to other women who may be going through the same thing. You know, you go through relationship after relationship and you're like, okay, that didn't work out. What can I do differently? And you self-evaluate yourself and you're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, you know, get angry so fast. I can work on that. And then all these things you work on, but then sometimes we forget one very important factor if you're not married and you're dating. How about the sex that you're having, okay? And how many bodies, spirits, and other entities that you are connecting with when we're just out here dating these people, hopping from relationship to relationship and having sex with people. Let's talk about that, because I feel like that's what's hindering you from getting to where you want to be, to getting into a relationship. How important is sex to you, and why is that so important? You know, just because you can perform well in the bedroom, that doesn't make you a man. That doesn't make you a woman. You know, just because you can put it down and, you know, they always come back. Something stupid like that. That doesn't mean that I'm marriage material because I know how to have sex. How about opening up and being vulnerable to something else other than sex? Like, my emotions are intact and I know who I am and what I want. And I'm going to let you know who I am and what I want. Do you know what you want? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you like other than just being relative in the bed? Can you trust anybody past that? I mean, true, it's hard. It is definitely hard. For me, one thing I realized is that I wasn't being as open and as vulnerable in my previous relationships, and I believe that that's why they haven't worked. I'm a very strong woman. I'm a hard worker. I try and give everything and all of me in my relationships. What does that mean? That means that I'm a ride or die for you. Maybe I'm not gonna die. Let's not get crazy. I'm not gonna die, but I'm a ride for you. You know, I'm one of them down chicks. And being a down chick is not always a good thing. You know, I mean, once you get a ring up on this thing, I'm gonna ride with you all the way and you can have access to certain benefits, but that should not mean that I'm going to do anything to keep you. Never that. No, not at all. And so I've learned that my lack of vulnerability and my lack of self-love caused me to not have successful relationships, as well as having sex before I was married. If a man has already had sex with you, he's been with you for years, y'all done moved in together, there are very slim chances that he is going to marry you, no matter what he says. No matter what he says. Those are statistics, and you know it's true. I know it's true. I did it before. I lived with someone out of wedlock. He never married me. He even started cheating on me. Let's just keep it 100. This is a judgment-free zone. Don't judge me, please. I'm just trying to reach somebody with my message. And did I learn from that? Absolutely. I would never move in with anybody again until I'm married. I am not doing it. Don't ask, because I ain't doing it. Until I'm married, I will not be moving in with anybody. I'm not shacking up with you at all. No. It was definitely a learning lesson. The damage and the baggage that you get after you've been in these tumultuous relationships, that's what I want to talk about. Because it's not so much of just why I'm single, but it's so much of like, what am I doing repeatedly that is getting me single all the time and constantly? Because that's what you need to deal with. And I would say taking sex away from the relationship, that's probably going to help at least, I would say 50 to 60% of your helping you be a better you so that you can be good in a relationship. At least that's my opinion. And I say that because I think that if you know who you are and what you have to offer other than sex, you can bring much more to the relationship than, you know, still having sex, somewhat knowing what you are and who you are and what you want. You can build a better, deeper relationship with someone when you're not sharing your body with them. Because sex is not forever. And he won't always be able to put it down, honey. And neither will you. And at the end of the day, if you can't have sex or, you know, it just does not work out where you're sexually attracted to each other or something, y'all gonna have to come up with other things. And I will hope you will have more in common than just sex. I've been in those type of relationships where really all we had to in common was that we wanted each other's bodies. That's it. And out in public, we acted a fool. Didn't know who we were. You know, couldn't get along for anything. Because you put up this persona and you put up this facade like you have it all together and you really don't. It's just body work. And just know that, like, I'm not judging you at all. I'm just trying to help you so that you won't make the same mistakes, or if you are making those mistakes, you can turn away from it and be better. I've learned so much about myself not being in a relationship. I just urge you to get to know you better, know what you like, know what you love about you, so that you can love you so strong you know what you want and say, if I didn't have sex, here's who I am. I'm a hard worker. I get up and I grind every day. I take care of myself, and that's fine, but I still need somebody at the end of the day. I'm vulnerable enough and open enough that I can let you in on who I am, but you have to do work to get there with me. You know, you have to show me that you're worth that. Are you worth it? Are you worth the wait? Or are you just out here playing? Because that's really the test. And that's where you need God to heal you at, is your self-worth. And loving yourself 100-fold. And being who you're called to be. Self-worth is amazing once you have it. I'm growing and I'm getting there. It took a lot of work for me to get where I was at. And I just suggest stop adding to your body count and having sex with more and more people. Those energies that you're picking up along the way, it's not going to help you. Especially if you know the person that you're having sex with is not going to be in your life for a long time, and then you leave out of that relationship and you get into bed with another person. You have no idea how much energy you're picking up from those people. And when they talk about soul ties, that stuff is real. It's not easy and it's not pretty, but you have to do the work, and you have to want it bad enough that you're not going to let somebody else come into your life and interrupt what you have going on if they're not worth it. Okay? And after you put all this work into yourself with self-love and self-worth and reading these books, honey, and just learning and finding out what you like about yourself, you're not going to just want to give your body up to anybody. Trust me. You're not. And you'll find stuff along the way that you probably won't like about yourself. You're like, dang, that's a really ugly side of me. You know, people will see just this and just, they'll believe what you give them. If I'm selling you a fantasy with my eyes and my makeup and my hair and how sexy I might look, you're going to buy that. Okay? And it's all just a cover up. I want to show you how it is to be naked. And I'm not talking about naked in the flesh like that. I mean without any cover-ups, without any weave, without any makeup, just being naked, just being who you are, born into this world. That's what I want to help you to do. That's what I am here for. Because this world is smothering us with makeup and clothes and fake things and false dreams and fake hopes, and these guys are just feeding you bull crap and promising you the world, and you so lost and without a father and without a mother and somebody to love you that you just falling for everything. And this world is teaching us to cover up everything. You know, here's MAC, here's NYX. I mean, granted, I love makeup. I love a good face beat. I love NYX. I love MAC. I love all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if I can't walk around in the streets without any of that on and be proud of who I am, really, who am I imitating? Who am I trying to be? Who am I showing this world I am? Because God will only bless and anoint who you really are, not who you pretend to be. If I'm pretending to be somebody who is loud, funny, all these other things, and it's not really me, God won't bless that. Yeah, you laugh and you're being funny out here, but you don't even know who you are. And it's only one you. I was listening to Sarah Jakes, T.D. Jakes' daughter. She's so powerful. If you have not followed her and her story, I definitely would suggest it. And she made a comment on, what did she say? I think she said God will, what did she say? Something about your anointing is in your insecurity, or your insecurity is what will be what reaches people. I think that's so true. I'm sharing my insecurities with you guys, and it is terrifying to know that I'm going to put this up on YouTube and thousands and millions of people will probably see this. That's kind of scary. It definitely, or I didn't even want to make this video, but I feel like this is what God has called me to do. I'm going to help somebody with this, or at least I hope that I am. If one person is touched by what I'm saying, then I know that God's will for my life is being fulfilled. But I started thinking about when I started to accept this freak phenomenon of being a Scorpio and how it has ruined my life in relationships, and how the devil just works on people in creating these worldly standards that we fall victim to all the time. I'm not a Scorpio. And I'm not your freak. I'm not your fantasy. I'm not that. I'm a child of God who has been saved. And it's not easy. It is not easy at all. It's difficult being celibate. You know when you finally get it, like, I get it. I get it, God, and I hear you. I get it. I'm 32 years old, and I get it. And it took this long, but it could be 48 for somebody, 52 for someone, 60 for somebody, you know, or even younger than that. If it does at a younger age, hats off to you. But it's like, how many times did I have to fail in a relationship before I finally got it? God won't bless no mess. He won't do it. He won't do it. You can ask him, you can pray for it, but he won't. It won't happen like that. It just won't. And even if you are married and you're still trying to work it out and you're just praying to God, God, please let this work. And if it's really not meant to be and y'all aren't doing what y'all need to be doing, and it's not even about doing what you need to be doing, it's about being with the person that God has destined you to be with. It has nothing to do with trying to make something work with somebody who you wanted to work with. It's not up to you. It's not your decision. You don't choose. God chooses, but he has what's best for you. Trust me. Trust me, I've gotten it wrong on so many occasions. So many occasions. I thought this was it. This is the man that I want to be with for the rest of my life, and we're going to get married, and it's going to be just fine. And I planned my whole life out. I was like, yep, we're going to live here. We're going to have this many children. What? What? And the minute you open up your mouth and tell him how you really feel, or the minute you tell him that I don't like what you do, baby, he's gone. Because you're no longer that yes ma'am anymore. You're no longer that, yes baby, I'll do whatever you want me to do. You're not that anymore, so you got a mouth and he's out of here. Because you're no longer his slave. You're no longer pleasing him with your flesh. You're talking now. And although he respected your intelligence and your smarts and thought that you were what he wanted, he don't want that. Because now you understand who he really is. He don't want that. What? No, he don't want that. No. No. I have been left. And I have left people. I've been hurt. I've hurt people. I've ran out before they hurt me. I've loved hard. But guess what? He still left. Even though you sexed him down, even though you sexed her down, it didn't work. And then you're just left with another body count, another person's baggage, another person's hurt, another person's energy. And you start noticing, I'm not the same person I used to be. And whatever that person I was with before now, I'm starting to carry some of their baggage. Who am I? And you push people away like he did to you, or like she did to you. Sometimes you don't even recognize yourself. It goes deep, y'all. It goes deep. You're like, wow. How did I get here? How do I move from this? They don't talk about this in church. Right? No. They just tell you to abstain from sex like it's some easy thing to do. And in no way, shape, or form am I shaming the church. This walk ain't easy. And it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not. So when you say just abstain from sex into marriage, it's 2016. Really? For one who's trying to do that, having the courage to be so vulnerable that you get to see so much in me that's not even being felt on a sexual level, and letting you see the parts of me that I don't even love. Because really that's what being celibate is. Showing somebody your vulnerability and who you really are without taking your clothes off and being naked in front of them. Fully clothed. Fully clothed. That's the real. And that's the real. So it's not been easy. I wish I could tell you it has, but it hasn't. What am I doing? Trying. Letting it be known ahead of time. I'm celibate. Does it change their minds? Not really. They've heard it before. So you have to really be strong. Because you just saying you celibate, that don't mean nothing to a whole bunch of people out here. I know this message is deep and this video is not what you were expecting, but this is my message. This is what God has put on my heart to say. So all my brothers and sisters who are dealing with this, I feel you. I do. I'm going to help you though. We're going to take this journey together. I'm only a few months in, and sure, I've been tempted, and I put myself in temptation, around temptation, which wasn't smart. But I still have held strong for quite some time now. To me, this is some time now. This is new to me. So, I'm saying hats off to myself for even hanging in there this long. You know, some people don't get as far as I got. Though it be months. Okay? This walk ain't easy, but I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm staying prayed up, I'm researching it. I'm definitely going to purchase the book, The Wait. Man, read up on it. Read up on celibacy. Read up on anything that you feel like will help you. Trust me. Get all the knowledge that you can. Get around some people. Get on a meetup group of some celibate folks, you know, who can relate to you. It's so worth it. I don't need no more baggage. I don't need no more men on my list who aren't even my husband. Because I ain't trying to come to my husband and be like, here I am, broken, with so many heavy spirits. But let me just close in prayer. Father God, I just pray you will help my brothers and sisters who are watching this video, who can relate to this and who are hurting from all of the baggage, the hurt and the pain of people leaving them and them leaving people, from broken relationships, from relationships where they have given themselves, given everything, man. Given this man their life, cooked for him, clean for him, dressed good, yeah, just giving somebody all of them, and it still didn't work out. This video is for you, sister. Hang in there. But pull back and love yourself enough to walk away. My brother, walk away. It's not that great. It's not that great. Sex ain't that important. It was meant to be between a husband and wife. Not for you to just casually have with anybody. You have no idea the damage that you're doing to yourself. Sexual sin is the only sin where it enters into your body. Every other sin is outside of the body. Know that. That's the knowledge of God. I just pray for you that you will be touched by His Spirit, that you would give your heart to Christ, and that you would find out who you really are. Love yourself tenfold, 100-fold. Find out what you have to offer to the table other than sex. Because truly, that's where the problem lies at. You think you don't have anything else to offer but your body. But you're worth so much more. And don't feel bad for me. I'm learning. I'm growing. I may be single, but that's not the end of me. As y'all can see, I'm talented. I'm creative. God is doing great things in my life, and this is one of them. I won't be broken by the things that I've been through, and I won't let my exes define who I am right here and right now, because this may seem like a low to you, but this is the most confident and beautiful that I've ever felt in my life. And that's being vulnerable. And I know that sounds crazy to some folks, but me being vulnerable and open with who I am and what I've been through, that's more beautiful than anything. Being naked with clothes on, honey. Alright? I know, it's heavy, right? It's real heavy. That's alright. I'm going to bless y'all with something that's going to lift your spirits up real soon. Don't even worry about it. This was meant for the right people. Just like I always say to my friends, and they know this, I'm meant for the right spirits. I'm meant for the right people. So, it is what it is. I am who I am. I hope that you found this video very, very helpful. It's heavy, man, but it's going to bless somebody. And it's going to give somebody hope to walk away from a relationship where they are giving their body away before marriage and they're feeling empty without having somebody next to them. Y'all stay strong. Y'all stay beautiful. Y'all keep praying for me. I'm going to keep praying for y'all. Stay tuned for even more get to know me's. I hope that this has reached the right people. And even if it's not the right person, I hope you found something in this. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, God bless you. I'm going to keep y'all in my prayer. Please comment below and let me know your story and how this has helped you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. It's your girl, Chanelle Novosey.